And today I'd like to show you how to do this lovely little Christmas themed tieback. Really easy to do with things that you might already have around the house or things that you can get very inexpensively at Hobby Lobby or the dollar store. The purpose of this channel is to give you some inspiration on how to do these things, tiebacks and other photography props, so that you can go into the world, be inspired, and make them yourself. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is make that flower. So I have some fabric strips, circles, that I bought, that I cut out in about the diameter of a toilet paper roll. I have a few that are just a little bit smaller, and they're not perfect circles, and that's all right because we're going to burn the edges so that we can make it curl up like that and give it some texture. So we need a candle, and I'll tell you guys, it took me 20 minutes to find a candle today. No word of a lie. So it's a vanilla scent. So I already have some already burnt up, and then I'm going to do a few to show you how I do them. I have tweezers. You can use actually a shish kebab stick or something with that can kind of pierce the fabric. This is my preferred way to do it, but you can definitely use tweezers or something else. So just poke the middle of the circle, bring it close to the fire, and then right away you'll see that it'll already start to curl the edges. Woo! That's a good curl. And it is hot, so careful. And it just curls up the edges, gives it some texture, makes it really pretty. I like to do 4 or 5 petals per flower. So we'll do one more and then we'll assemble the flower. Just like that. I actually like it when there's a really small one because you can use that one for your middle piece. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So put these to the side. I'll show you how I do it together. Put the smelly candle to the side. All right. So I have my glue gun here ready, and what I do is I just get the bigger petals and I kind of form them into like a triangle. 1, 2, and 3. Place them together and squish them in there as they'll fall. Like, you don't want it to be perfect because rustic things and things that have some texture are beautiful. And then I just take one that's a little bit more closed and put it in the middle. All right, so when you're happy with how they're laying, how they're layered up, just take a little dab of glue, squeeze it in there, and then secure it together. The glue that I'm using today is fabric glue, but you don't need to use fabric glue. You can just use regular glue from a glue gun. So there we go. I'm going to put a little bit, so it's gone all the way through, and I just give it a good pinch, and I'm happy with that. It'll stay. So then next, a little bit of Spanish moss. I got this at the dollar store, and really you just need like the smallest little piece. It's just tear up a bit. That's actually a lot. Just a little. To pinch it up, put a little dab of glue right in the middle of the flower, and then put the Spanish moss inside. Hold it there for a bit. There we go. I like seeing the little stray pieces. If you're not happy with that, you can trim 1 or 2 off, and you don't want very much. There we go. So far, so good. Woo! Little pieces of glue all over. Okay. And we're going to embellish it with a nice little pearl. I have quite a few here. I'm just picking one decent sized one. It's one of the larger ones. And when you glue the pearl into the middle of the flower, just be sure that the holes are fastened or secured sideways so that you don't see this hole just like that, because that would just distract from the prettiness of the tieback. It's just a little piece of glue, and then just right in the middle. There. That's so pretty. So there we go. The way that I like to do my tiebacks is I like to make the center embellishment first, and then at the end secure it to whatever medium I'm using for around the head. So that's what we'll do here now. I have a little piece of burlap. It's about 2 inches. I got this at the dollar store. It just comes in a roll like that, but you could also just cut a strip off of regular burlap, just fray the edges. So we know that the flower is just going to go there. I made a little bow out of some very stretchy fabric. So you can use the fork method. But this piece of fabric is about 3 inches long. I'm just very simply making a bow. Little pieces of glue stuck on my fingers. It's just like that, very simply. Okay. And then the other embellishments are a medium ivy leaf, a small ivy leaf, and this little, I don't know what this is. It's an artificial flower, and it's just this little piece. I actually only need about halfway. And some natural dried flour. I got a pack of this at Michael's for about $9. So we're gonna need 2 little branches. 1 and 2. So first, just play with the layout, see what you like where. So the ivy leaf there, a small ivy leaf at the bottom there. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. I mean, by all means, you can make it symmetrical if you'd like, but this style isn't symmetrical. Oops. Sometimes it can be a little finicky to secure, but I'm just getting the big picture just to show you how my process is and how I plan it out. So that's just gonna go there. It's just about like that. Okay, perfect. So I start off by securing the flower, just a little dab of glue onto the burlap. Behind the flower, just a touch of glue. I'm going to put this dry flower there, stick it in there. Okay. The bow will be going here. Just like that. It's so pretty on its own, just there. So the ivy leaf, the large one. The top of the flower. The dried little flower petal is going to go right beside it. Once you have all the pieces, it really comes together really quickly. Little pieces are falling off, and that's all right. It's just a natural dry flower. Okay. Then the small little ivy leaf at the bottom. And the little red, I'm going to call them doodahs. They're just going to be affixed onto there. There we go. So there's our embellishment. Just ripping out all the little pieces of glue, cleaning our work area here. Now I have about 30 centimeters, 12-inch piece of jersey knit that I've cut into a 1-inch piece. Just cutting the straight bits here. And when you pull it, it makes this nice little ring. The edges curl up and it makes it a nice little edge. So then when I'm ready to fasten it, I just kind of open up the middle part. Open with my 2 fingers, put a little bit of glue there. You can also put it on the embellishment and then just secure it on. So just hold it there just to secure it. And once you're happy with it, it's in place, you can just make a knot. And there it is, ready for your Christmas minis, or any little child, any little girl or newborn for your Christmas sessions. If you'd like to win this, I will be giving it away. Just leave a comment, and in the next few days I'll just randomly select someone to mail this out to. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to subscribe, as next week we'll have another piece of inspiration for you.